video, I'm going to show you how to make this cute keychain of this Pomsy boots. Let's get started. Now to make this keychain, I'll be using this picture of a boot, this picture of Boots the Pomsy, and I'll be using this shrink film that I found online. I'll put a link for this down in the description box. And this is what it actually looks like. I already cut out a piece, and because I've used this before. And the first thing I did was I cut out a piece of shrink film to fit the size of the boot, and I just placed it on top of my boot. I'm using a boot since the Pomsy's name is Boots. And here I'm just attaching it to my tracing pad with the clips that came with it. But you don't need a tracing pad because the shrink film is very transparent. I'm using Sharpies for this because you always want to use permanent markers. And I'm using this aquamarine color to outline the boot. Now for the bottom of my boot, I'm using this bright purple color, and the reason I'm using purple is because Boots the Pomsy has lots of purple on her. And there are actually two versions of her that I've seen. I've seen one in which her face has a purple heart, and I've seen another version of her in which her face has an aquamarine heart. But as you see in the picture coming up, I'm using the one in which she has a purple face. Now it's time to add boots to her boot. To do that, I'm just going to slide the picture right between the shrink film and the picture of my boot, leaving enough space in the corner so I can punch a hole out as you see where that circle is. Now I'm going to just color in her nose, her eyes, and then the darker purple that she has on her. Now I decided to use a brighter blue for her eyes because the light blue didn't show up very well. And then I'm going to use some bright pink for her ears. Now remember, if your colors aren't that bright, it's okay because when you bake it, the colors do get brighter. Now it's time to fill in the heart on her face with the same purple that I used on the bottom of the boot so that they match. Now for the rest of her body, I'm using a very light purple that actually doesn't show up very well on camera, but you'll be able to see it once I actually bake this. Now here I'm just tracing around my cat with the same aquamarine color that I used to outline the boot, and then I'm going to color in the boot. Now I'm coloring in the boot. Sorry if my hand looks so jerky when I color fast, but I had to speed this up, otherwise the clip would be too long. So I'm finished doing all my coloring, and now it's time to cut out the boot. As you'll see in a little bit, what I did was I didn't cut out every single groove on the bottom because it would take too long and it would be too difficult. So I just cut straight past it, and the grooves will still show when I bake it. Once I finished cutting it, I got out a paper punch and I just punched a hole in the top right hand corner. Don't forget to keep the larger pieces of your scraps. You can use them for making small things. And here is what the keychain looks like before I put it in the oven. My cat was very curious about why I had the oven on. Please bake this according to the instructions on your packet, and if you're a child, please ask a grown-up for help with this. And don't leave this and walk away to another room because this happens pretty fast. I did speed this clip up, but it actually happens in about a minute or so. Now when this is finished baking and cooled, I'm just going to add a ball and chain keyring to it, as you can see here in the next clip. And this is what it looks like once it was finished. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and post in the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this, click on any of the videos that you see here. Thanks for watching.